Welcome to episode 8 of NMS's Life, where No Man's Sky is more than a game, it's life. With me, as always, is my fellow host and traveler, DG_squared. DG, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks. Yourself, Dylan.
Not
Good morning,
too bad.
everyone.
With us, we have this morning a very special guest. He's the leader from the NMS Amino Hub, as well as the founder of the No Man's Sky Olympics. Sodacon, how are you today? And thanks for joining us.
I'm good, Dylan. Thanks for having me on. It's good to see you as well, DG. Good morning, Nerd League.
So we had the opportunity to sit down last year with Soda, and was a whole lot of fun discussing the No Man's Sky Olympics. Now they are coming up again. Maybe you can just give us a brief rundown of what to expect and who's hosting it this year.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the next run of the Olympics. It's going to be hosted by the TOG, and they're currently rebuilding. I was actually saving this for the episode. We've came across some, at least for now, tentative dates for the Olympics, which will be October 20th through, it'll be Saturday, October 20th through Sunday, November 18th. So last year we went into December a little bit. This year we're hoping to go a little bit earlier.
Oh, that's great. And that's going to be, so for those that are new to the Olympics as well, it's usually run on the weekends throughout that time frame as well, right?
Correct. So most of the games is due to scheduling constraints, and we have to prepare the games, but we'll host them on Saturday and Sunday. We usually try for around noon or Pacific time, which makes it easier for players in Europe to join, and so everybody can get involved.
And last year, it seemed to go off without a hitch. It was just so smoothly run and well organized. Are you guys expecting it to be difficult this time around with No Man's Sky Next, or is No Man's Sky Next going to make things more easier for you guys?
We're still testing it out. Basically, so far, I'm hoping for an easier experience. We've been able to set up bases pretty quick at the Amino Hub. I know that the TOG is rebuilding. There has been some mention of server issues, so we're going to be watching that.
Server issues, like just with the bugs and everything that's been going on lately, or?
Yes, there's been a few. Apparently, people can't see each other. That's the reports we've had in the Olympic Committee. We've talked about but so far, in my gameplay, I've had some pretty good multiplayer experiences. So, I'm looking forward to testing out some new games that we've put together.
Oh, good. And DG, I know you took part in the Olympics last year, if I remember correctly.
I did. It was a total blast. I raced a couple of races in between going on holidays and coming back, and then doing another couple of races. It was really well done because it was stretched out over a little over a month. I think it was like 5 weeks. Is that right, Sodacon?
That's right.
Yeah, and so over each weekend, there was a couple of events, and we've had a few, I would say more than a few people show up, and it was really competitive and a lot of fun, and being the first, I would say, large-scale multiplayer activity before true multiplayer even existed, it was pretty astounding, amazing to take part in, and amazing to witness. I even had a chance to make a base and a racetrack myself, so it was a true privilege.
That was one great event too. That bubble race with the roamers, we enjoyed that one a lot, and everybody who came together to put that event on was fantastic. So we brought a lot of those same people back, like begged them to be on the committee, Normie and Piranha, and when the committee went through over the course of the year who would host the event or thought about it, it was kind of natural that the TOG, with all the good work they've done, and they're really good at races and setting up bases and everything. So looking forward to working with them and hopefully doing some community builds in the TOG.
Yeah, that's incredible. I think that is a great fit for those guys. Sorry, Deech, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, yeah, those guys are fantastic builders. Normie built one of the Olympic events that was there, and also one of the official Olympic committee base. Huge Olympic sign, colored and everything. It was just amazing. I would imagine that this next time around, it's going to be just as amazing. Anything that is being done is going to be an awesome one.
Especially with the base building being lifted. I mean, we've had such good luck right now with building up the Amino hub, with the Gex Village. Captain Admin came over, and several players, Ranger and a few others, have visited and helped build the village. And then we've got Amino Prime, going up as well with a city there. So with bigger bases and community builds, I think it's going to go well. I mean, we'll see. Hopefully there's not too many, glitch issues or anything, but we'll see how it goes.
So I would imagine that over the next few weeks, as the patches come out, things will stabilize and start to get back to normal again. I remember the last update that came out a little over a year ago. It was like this at first, a little glitchy and a few bugs, but everything stabilized, and we managed to find a way to make it happen. The game is just sort of in a turmoil at this moment. It seems a little glitch here and a little glitch there, but I have faith in HG.
Yeah, I think too. By the mid-October, end of October, I would hope everything would be smoothed out by then. I mean, you guys seem to be able to run through things pretty flawlessly, no matter what hiccups you run into. What kind of events do you guys, I mean, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of the events that were there last year. Is there anything that you think you're going to scrap from that? And of course, what else are you bringing this year around that you can tell us anyways?
That's a good question. I mean, my personal favorite was always Aqua Shark Survival. Yeah. With the changes to my home system. Local Serenity AH had the Planet Land Lakes. The sharks are now extinct, unfortunately. So we won't be able to play that probably. We'll probably do something else. And with third person, there might be other opportunities for new games. And so we're looking at pretty much, if anyone wants to suggest games, they can. You better get them in early. But there's stuff from last year we definitely want to do again, like solar system racing. Strangely enough, the Colossus race was pretty fun. So I wouldn't mind doing that again. A bunch of Nomad races, and pretty much there's other types of things we're looking into. So we'll announce it as we go.
Yeah, that's great. And if anyone does want to get in suggestions, where can they reach out to you guys?
On the Amino Hub, I'm SpaceArtGek, or on the NMS Cafe, I'm Sodacon Rocks. You can contact me over there if you're interested in being on the Olympic Committee or have any, suggestions for the games. We're pretty open to do what we can.
And are you guys meeting up like regularly, or do you guys just kind of shoot each other messages? Like, how does the actual committee work? Do you guys sit down and discuss events? Because it's a lot to plan, and I would assume you guys have to meet up regularly to kind of collaborate your ideas.
Yeah, we're starting that right now. The chat on the Amino Hub, we put together a committee, and so we've got people, bringing their ideas there, and then we've been bringing up the dates. Then as it gets closer, what we had to do last year and probably this year again, and we're going to start making all the art, all the overlays for the streams. Then you have to go week to week. And as you're designing Olympics, you have to play the game, and you have to quest to go, like, gather materials, especially if you're on normal mode or something, and build a base. This year won't be as big of a problem, but it's going to be a lot of fun creating the Olympics, and then you just go week to week and try to get as many people to join as possible, and have the most fun as you can when the event comes.
So I know last year you guys had such a great turnout every weekend. For people wanting to join now, Is it too early to sign up, or is there a place they can go to sign up for that, or is it just speaking up on the Amino? How do they register? How do they register with you guys?
Yeah, we're still working all that out. The way we're going about it is we want everybody to, at least in the first few years of the Olympics, to be able to play before we do like a hard qualifier situation.
Oh, right.
So we're gonna do some kind of form this year just to see how many players might show up. But ultimately, the date of the event, if they can get in the chat lobby, that's what we had to do last year. We would have like either 8 in the PSN chat, and they were always full, or we had to do up to 16 if it was non-PSN chat for the network. And with the next changes, we might be doing more like heats of 4 this time.
Right.
So we're still gauging that, but we're gonna have more released here now that we got the date set.
Yeah, actually, I had a good a cool question here in the chat, actually, from Captain Frantic. Says he's asking if events will be limited to 4-player knockout rounds. If you guys are gonna have some kind of elimination factor with groups of 4.
We may have to go that route exactly, because there's, I think everybody else who you can't see as an orb. It'll be great to see the other players, but yeah, you might have 4 at a time knockout rounds, and some of the finals might be 4 players going against each other in an event. So we're gonna have to test each one as we go.
And another thing too, I remember last year, I know it's a lot for bragging rights and things like that. Is there anything on the line this year for players, or is it just strictly bragging rights or a title in the Amino or something like that?
Yeah, we're gonna be working on specific medals. We want them to be printed. It's we might do some kind of crowdsourcing or something, but we want them to be nice and something worth earning. So we're gonna throw around some ideas, or maybe gift cards or something. But there's more we want to do with that this year as well. Yeah,
the medals, a custom made medal or something would be pretty sweet.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Do you know how many events you guys are going to try and plan for the Olympics?
Last year we did 16. That's quite a lot, but it's I'm willing to do that many again this year or more. Wow. If it might be spread out with different streamers too this year, so we don't. But we'll see how it goes.
Wow, that's amazing.
And for those, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, how many events would you normally have per day? 2 or 3 on Saturday and another 2 or 3 on Sunday, spread out over those weeks. That's still quite a few events, really.
Right. Last year we did one per day, and they usually go for like 1 or 2 hours each time. So it'll probably be similar this time. If not, we'll do multiple events per day with multiple people streaming.
That sounds like a blast.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of
work. We gotta
use
the multi-Twitch.
Yeah, actually, multi-Twitch would be a great platform for that, to have like different angles,
side by
different
side,
perspectives.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it would be cool. You can watch a different stream from the other perspective. So much to do with it, but we're planning on just we got the same format as last year, but we're gonna improve a lot of things. See if we can add some scoreboards, if anybody who wants to help, they're welcome to. It's a good time to work on the Olympics or join the committee. Also to join the Amino Hub for a place to set up a base. We've got a lot going on there too.
Yeah, let's dive into the Amino Hub as well, since we've got you here. I would like to pick your brain a little on that as well. The Amino Hub's been going strong for a long time now, so you must be proud of all the members and everything that are in there now. How are you finding it now with No Man's Sky Next? Did you find like a big increase in the membership? How's it going over there?
Member count?
Yeah, man,
it's been pretty amazing. If we had like 500 new members in like 10 days, or something like that. And we weren't really expecting that. Suddenly, just right before next release, we had an influx of new members. We've had a lot of new community members who are really nice. They're pretty passionate about the game. A lot of Xbox members who are joining. So we got specific people who are catering to help with Xbox too.
Oh, that's great.
So there's a lot going on. It's the multiplayer has brought some new people to the hub too. The people who joined our game, and my old base that was destroyed during Atlas suddenly had some visitors again, and that was it's pretty great.
Are you guys planning on trying to duplicate the Amino hub on Xbox? Is there plans for something like that?
I'm not really sure on that one. If I'm not, I know they probably can't see each other, the PS4 and the Xbox, but they probably can travel to Acapatica. So I'd be totally down with an Xbox Amino hub.
Yeah, I can see.
I imagine there's going to be an awful lot of players on Xbox wanting that. I believe it is shown on the galactic map on the new game.
It is, yeah.
Or is after the new update?
Yeah, how did that feel?
That would be cool.
How did that feel when you saw that? When you saw your logo on the Galactic Atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on there. So if the players find it and they want to journey to Amino Hub, it'd be cool to see. I guess they could have their own Xbox version of some of the Amino systems.
Yeah. I wonder now, because of the new players on Xbox, if that's a focus that someone will take the helm of. I mean, we've got people on PC that are running Aminos and hubs and things like that. I guess by being a part of the Amino, though, and being in your community and in the NMS Cafe, the Amino Hub, those places like that, I guess they'll kind of learn of these things, of Aminos and hubs and what they are. And I wonder how long it'll take for the Xbox community to start building things like that as well. Kind of curious to see if there's going to be like an Xbox Amino Hub that's like their own thing, like to see if someone else kind of creates a community within the Xbox world.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think new version of the game it allows for a lot more interaction with the multiplayer, and you can pair up with players, community build. That's been my favorite aspect of the new game so far.
Yeah, it's funny. I look at the consoles kind of like a faction in itself. You know what I mean? Like you got like factions in the game, obviously, and then there's the GEC and the races. But almost like having consoles is almost like a faction in itself. I'm the PC clan or I'm the Xbox clan, and to see those guys merging together, is kind of fun to witness.
It's true, man. And the PC players, I mean, the Hub, that's one of the strongest PC followings out there. So with Alex and with Nib and Jeefus Lives, so that it's cool to see these different players, and you can share things with them with tips on the game. It's not like you shut off from each other totally. And we interact on the Amino all the time learn a lot of good things from these guys.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I can't wait to see the Xbox community explore that avenue of the game within the game, right? Bringing in things like that. Yeah, and then like DG was saying too, like I wonder how it'll all work eventually. Xbox players, PC players, all wanting to take part in the Olympics.
Well, the link between would be the Amino. That's how everybody can sort of link what they're seeing and what they're doing. Between Xbox and PC and PS4. And that's sort of what they've done already between PC and PS4 is use the Amino to link it all together, kind of, right? What's seen on PC is seen on PS4 as well, and I imagine that the servers are pretty much similar in Xbox, where the same ships and multi-tools will be in the same systems.
Yeah, I hope so. And then sharing like portal addresses and coordinates and things like that is just across the board. Yeah. I
think every update, what we're getting used to now at the Amino Hub is we have to go in and like take all the folders and move all the stuff to the new folder for the next update. So then starting to get the bases in there, I think a little faster this time. I mean, last time it took us a while to rebuild everything that's going on, but this time it seems hopefully a little faster. We got some great new additions going in there now.
That's
Well,
excellent.
the player base has grown so large, and fairly quickly as well. There's some fantastic builders that have sort of come out of the woodwork over the last year. I would imagine that we're going to have some pretty amazing cities to be seen around the Amino Hub in not too long a future.
Was it Risk just shared one that was like this resort that's like over the top of water and it goes on like looks like for miles.
Yes, his
awesome.
first attempt.
Yeah.
It looked wonderful. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I'm seeing some crazy builds, man. There was someone else too. I think he was in the Amino Hub. I'm just scrolling through here to see if I can find his name. But he had like it looked like a scene out of the Wild West. It was on a desert planet with cacti, and it had wooden shacks. Even had a church.
Oh, that's Wild.
Oh, that's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that one went into the base building folder too recently. That's, if you're listening, go check that one out. He's I think he put his coordinates in there too.
Oh right, yeah. Well, I got it here now. Wild John. Yeah, like that place just looks wild, man. It looks like total.
Yeah,
like,
he did a
Wild
really nice
West
job.
Scenery. Oh yeah, the church and everything looks awesome. And I mean, we're just gonna continue to see
it has
that.
that flavor, the old West.
Oh
Great
yeah.
build.
And people are just getting started. I mean, the game's only been out for a couple of weeks, you know? Like, it's going to be... The things we're going to see eventually are just incredible. Like you say, these resorts and things like that. I'm sure you guys are going to have some nice builds for the Olympics, some places for the competitors to chill and to compete in. It's just going to be crazy to see what people come up with.
So I guess I'll spill the bag early on this one, but I got a cliff diving one.
Yes.
I'm working on that you can jump off the top of a volcano and fall for quite a while. So that's one that we'll looking forward to sharing with some players.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Love the sound of that.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome.
That's as crazy as Aqua Shark.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to hit your jetpacks before you hit the bottom is all.
Tap the brakes a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
The falling mechanic too, like the animation, it looks so awesome when you start waving your arms and kicking your feet.
Yeah.
Like, it just looks hilarious.
Yeah, the boots.
Yeah, he's got like the Superman pose and everything.
That's awesome. Yeah, cliff diving would be great. I know another person too was mentioning like some form of golf, but like with players' bodies or something, you know, like jumping off a cliff and trying to land into a specific spot or something like that. That'd be pretty crazy.
I'm thinking like a Rocket League kind of style.
Dude.
Using the Nomad or the Roamer.
That'd be crazy.
If you remember that great big gold orb that I believe is still in the game, that you find at the ruins, that would make for some real interesting fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome if they actually just put, just let us build a ball. That's it. You know, the things you can come up with just a ball. Like you can have people kicking it around. You could do Rocket League with your vehicles. Like endless possibilities. Just a ball. That's all we need.
Do all sorts of stuff with that for sure, like soccer or something.
Oh yeah.
NMS basketball. I was just something else that was kind of fun is yesterday we had an inadvertent car show or a ship show at the everybody pulled their ships down from the freighter and we had all these ships scattered all over.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
what a great idea.
That's your
show and shine.
I was just gonna say that's your show and shine, Deech. You've been waiting for that.
Yeah.
Showing off your sweet rides.
Yeah. Yeah. Be able to see other people's ships is definitely a dream of mine. I've been milking that any chance I get with other players around the Amino.
Oh, it's been great, dude. I know. I still can't get over it when I'm on a planet and I'm playing with other people and just seeing them fly in and land beside me. Like it's just blowing my mind every time it happens.
Yeah, you hear that sound of the thrusters and the ship lands, and then suddenly, you know, like the player shows up. It's great.
So good.
A lot of good things from the update. I think a lot of people are happy with it.
Oh yeah. So other than prepping for the Olympics and stuff like that, how have you just been enjoying the update yourself? Like, what's your favorite thing that you've seen so far?
My favorite thing that when I went back to my old system and found that one of my planets returned and had improvements, that made me pretty happy. That was, you know, I keep tabs on a lot of my favorite systems from Pathfinder and Foundation. So that, and then also being able to do the base building, that was just amazing. The, you know, people showing up to help base, and it looks all great, and you know, it's having multiple bases. That's the first day I was lost. I was just like, oh my god, what am I going to do? You know, but then after a few days, it was like, you know, I'm really digging on this. This, you know, the third person, I wasn't looking forward to it, but now that I've played it, it's a better way to play.
It's funny how that works. I know there was a few things I remember before Pathfinder that I heard of, and I was kind of iffy on them, and then as soon as you start playing it, you're like, nah, this is how it's supposed to be.
Well, it's really great because they've got the toggle where you can go in between for both yourself and your ship, right? For myself, I prefer the first person as a character, but when I'm flying, that third person view is just spectacular.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, that's definitely the way to go, right? So I like to toggle back and forth between those two, and the game has made it really quite easy to do that. A couple of little flicks of the button and you're there.
And it's good they kept that too, because I know a lot of people were nervous about that too, right? Nobody wants change like forced down their throat. I think if you have the option to revert back to what you're used to, then that was a smart move by Hello Games to let us be able to do that.
Definitely. Yeah. And I like how they've made scale. The ships are more to scale when you walk up to them now. They don't seem like they're the size of a toy. They're actually quite large in comparison when you stand next to it with your character.
Actually, I never even thought of that. Yeah, that's totally true. Before it was just like you would, it didn't look like something you would actually fit in, you know?
Yeah, it felt like a teeny little, sled or something you'd squeeze into the little tiny cockpit. But, now you sort of see the player next to it, and he's kind of dwarfed by the huge ship. Even some of those smaller fighters and shuttles, they're still quite large.
Mm-hmm.
Such a sense of scale. And the frigates, too, you can see your get on the frigates, and they look huge, and then the freighter's even bigger.
Yeah, that was a nice addition as well, with the frigates.
Yeah, the long climb up the ladder.
Yeah.
The mountains are bigger. There's all sorts of the trees too. Everything's different.
Seems everything is bigger.
I was gonna say
trees,
just the field of view, even the depth. It's crazy.
Rare minerals.
Yeah.
There's
just so much.
That plutonium loop anymore either, the crafting loop. I'm glad it's different crafting.
Yeah, it's good to mix things up and craft different things, make it a little bit more worthwhile in other ways. It'll take a little while to get used to it all, but I'm sure we'll all like it.
I like having to actually craft launcher fuel instead of just putting plutonium in it, things like that. I think they've slowed your progress down, like in the most positive of ways. Instead of just gathering resources, punching it to the next solar system. Like when I started a new save, it took me hours just to get to the next solar system because of all the things that I had to do. Like they've really, really added so much depth to the game. It's incredible. I can't wait for these weekly events to start. I have no idea what they're going to be, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's something that we're looking into to see what we can do for that, or just to see how they're gonna bring those events.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be strictly team based. Like, do you have to have a full team, or if it's gonna be something you can solo, or a bit of both? Like, I can't wait for that, man. I really can't. That was a thing that I was hoping they would add, like a daily event or a weekly event, just something to make you want to come back to the game and, you know, get rewarded for it as well. And to do that every week, like, they're going to be busy, but my God, I'm so glad they're doing that. That's going to keep the game feeling like fresh every week.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what the exactly that you can buy with the Quicksilver rewards that you can earn.
Yeah, I heard like some people were thinking like obviously like cosmetic things I think will probably be one thing, but imagine like ships, if you can get like in
Rayrod, where you can buy the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, just something crazy, you know, that no one else will have unless you've earned those credits, right? Like, yeah, it'd be crazy.
It's that Quicksilver. I wish people could get Quicksilver for attending the Olympics. That would be cool.
That would be a great prize. Yeah.
But there's looking forward to seeing what they do with it.
Yeah. Actually, I just thought of something, because there is the trade mechanic now. You can still do something like that, like a bundle, you know, like maybe you get 20 warp cells and a bunch of launcher fluid. I don't know, you get like a little care package for winning or something.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Yeah, because I just thought of that. You can kind of trade items, right?
Yeah, nanites or warp cells.
Yeah.
All kinds of great things.
Advanced crafting blueprints or something.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
There's a lot of really big money items that you can craft and then just transfer right over.
Yeah, just one of those items that costs like, or that sells for like 5 million units, you know, and you have that as your grand prize. 10 million units, grand prize.
There's a really good question in the chat by Captain Frantic again. Yes, are the Olympic teams sending the correspondence to HG? Maybe they'd be happy to support the Olympics. Do you know if anyone has reached out to HG?
About the Olympics, we definitely plan on doing that for sure. So we haven't yet, but we will.
Yeah, I bet they'd love to see that.
And soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't they? I mean, that's just fantastic promotion of the game there, right? And it's utilizing everything that they've just released with the multiplayer aspect.
Yeah.
That would be great. You know, if we're looking forward to a really good Olympics this year, so we'll reach out and it'd be great to collab with them somehow. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond my wildest dreams. Really.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
It would be amazing. It would be very amazing. I'm looking forward to it myself coming up. You mentioned November?
There would be, so far, October 20th to November 18th.
Right.
We didn't want to cross through Thanksgiving, but that's what we have set for now.
That sounds about perfect, right? Right, just before Christmas. You know, everybody has a chance to get settled in and attend.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it again. I'll be doing what I did last year. I'll probably be, DG and I'm sure we'll be doing recaps of the events every Monday morning and just having a blast with that.
I'd love to. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll have to.
Well, that was a lot of fun being on that show last year. You did such an awesome job on that. And if you know, the same as with this one, man, it's been amazing being on here.
Oh, you make it easy for us, dude. It's all about you guys. I mean, it's good to have some good guests on the show, and I thank you for joining us. You know, taking the time out. I know it's early where you are as well, but yeah, I know DG and we appreciate it a lot.
Oh, it's cool. I'm glad to be up early. Excited to, you know, be on the show. I want to send a shout to the NMS Cafe. Also, leader over there. Those guys are amazing. It's such a great place to interact. So, if another great Amino to join, they're growing quickly as well. So, yeah, a lot of great communities here.
Yeah, they're great people over there. Agreed. So, once again, everybody listening, if you want to take part in this, you can reach out to Sodacon in the NMS Cafe, or use SpaceArtGek. over at the No Man's Sky Amino Hub, as well as the fellas over at TOG. Please join all three of those Aminos. They're great hangouts if you're not in them already. I think most of the Nerd League and people here are already part of those communities, but you know, reach out to these guys if you have any ideas for the No Man's Sky Olympics this year. And again, that's going to be October 20th throughout every weekend until November 18th. So I'll be looking forward to covering that. And yeah, just thanks again for coming on the show, dude. It's a blast having you. And I'll see everybody real soon. I'll start my stream after we're done here.
Awesome.
Rock on, Dylan. Thank you. Thank you, DG. It's good to talk to you guys.
You too, Soda. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Every time you're on here, it's just a total pleasure. Thank you.
Yep, thanks, dude.
Thank you.
So everyone,
thank you, Nerd League.
Everyone listening live, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. We had a few technical bugs this morning, so thanks for sticking through it. And if anyone's listening to the archive of this, that's just because you're a wonderful person. So until the next time, my friends, we'll see you next Monday.
Till next time.